Hello everyone and welcome back to Sudden Wealth. Another week has passed. Can you believe that next week's already February? My God, the time is really flying. In any case, guys, thank you very much. If you do enjoy the content, please consider dropping that like and subscribe. The channel keeps on growing extremely fast. We've crossed the 930 subs, so basically about 50 subs in the last 3 to 4 days. Thank you once again, guys. You've been great. I mean, the like to dislike ratio, for you to have an idea, is above 95%. So this community, which is steadily and strongly growing, is one of the most amazing that I've ever seen. And it's all thanks to you guys. So once again, thank you very much for your support. Now, isn't it funny how things just seem to happen as they should? If you go back to a couple of videos that I've done, I think either 2 or 3 days ago, when Peter Schiff was basically calling the death of Bitcoin. And if you guys recall, when Bitcoin's around 43,000, I said, look, 38,000 should be a good support. Let's see if it holds. We touch 38,000, straight back up to 42,000 at the moment of this recording. It's just so funny how these things seem to just happen, huh? No, but in any case, guys, there's still a possibility that we go a bit lower than that, particularly because the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust keeps selling quite large amounts of it. So keep that in mind. Although I think we actually should be moving a bit further into the cycle, as the halving is obviously approaching every day. So in that sense, it's normal that Bitcoin price should start to show some strength back. We just basically had a big buy the rumor, sell the news event. Surprise, surprise. For anyone, except the ones following this channel over the last 6 to 7 months, then they know exactly, because I was saying that since September or October, and people were advocating for a buy the rumor, buy the news event. I said, look, man, sure. But understand that what you're saying has never happened in history. Buy the rumor, sell the news happen in every industry, in every asset class all the time. But what you're saying, buy the rumor, buy the news, that would be a first time. So if you want to take that position, good luck. And by the way, I think that Jim Cramer was also very disappointed at Bitcoin, which means that now we can go up again. So these are all good signs. When Peter Schiff goes crazy, when our friend Jim Cramer gets bearish again, those are all the things that we guys love to see. Now, we had also a big sell-off in my retirement bags, in the Pulsechain ecosystem. We just had a massive pump over the last few weeks. So we had a nice pullback, and now we seem to be resuming our uptrend again. You see, this is why I say 2025. That's my goal. Because a lot of the coins, Pulsex, Pulsechain, X, some of them pumped something somewhere between Icosa as well, somewhere between around 200% to 400% over the last 30 days. And then you have a sell-off of 30-35%, right? I mean, that's my point. If you start looking at, if you don't have a time horizon like 2025 or in my case is, I'm going to be starting looking for a top signal by the second half of 2024. I have a guess. This is a pure guess. Don't hold me to it. Maybe it's going to be the Ethereum spot ETF. That's going to be the top for this cycle. I don't know. We'll see. But that's a guess that I'm having. And oh my God, if it comes at let's say April 2025 for Ethereum spot ETFs, that is as clear of a top signal as you're going to get, in my opinion. Now, it should also start to become obvious that rate cuts will come, that this year will be volatile from is an election year, and I do believe that the Fed will do anything they can to try to have Biden reelected. So if they need to act and cut rates, they will do it sooner rather than later, in my personal opinion. What I said, I think last year, is I do expect the first rate cut to come somewhere around May or June. We'll see if I'm right. It doesn't really make much difference. Just what's more important is what the market thinks gonna happen. That's the key. All the rest is just noise. Okay? Now, I seen today, and I encourage everyone to go and see, Harry Dent. Oh my God. Of course, he predicted another 85% drop this year on stocks. I mean, it's just the same old thing all the time. And now he was saying, the Chinese and Hong Kong stock market indexes are going down. That is a prelude for the rest of the market. Now, this is the same guy that spent all the time in 2022 tell us that the Nasdaq was the key, and particularly the Nasdaq 100 was the key index that he was having a look at. Of course, the Nasdaq 100 hit a new all-time high. The normal Nasdaq is approaching its all-time high. So all of a sudden, what matters now is the Chinese and the Hong Kong index. I mean, the guy's completely desperate, of course, because he's been wrong once again. And now he said in a recent interview that if he's wrong in 2024 and 2025, also nothing happens, he will just retire. Yeah, I don't think so, because this is his third or fourth retirement speech. But it's just so funny that Peter Schiff, Jim Rickards, Robert Kiyosaki, George Gammon, Harry Dent, Stephen Van Meter, one after the other, predicting the end of the world, charging you money for things, either by trying to convince you to buy their funds, to do whatever. And then here is the guy with the mask that does this for free, just for fun. And I was right, and all of these people were wrong. But you see, they are not in the business of investing or of trying, to report a journey into hopefully generational wealth, which is my case. They are here to sell you fear because they make their money on YouTube, sponsorships, newsletters, books, and TV appearances. That's it, not the market. Forget about it. Peter Schiff's Europac Gold Fund managed to lose 11% in the last bull market, which was the longest and the highest that we've ever seen. And he managed to lose money. And then if you add the 2% management fee, you were down actually 30%, while the Nasdaq went up like 700%. But that's the point. These people, they don't make their money on that. They make their money on convincing you to buy their stuff. So be very careful, because these people will never go away. And unfortunately, fear sells. People like to talk about these ends of the world constantly. And for people who are coming, who are new, don't listen to me either. Just check their record. And check my track record as well. I don't delete videos. They also don't. So spend 15 minutes and then you'll see exactly who these people are. Now, ideally, let's go back to the fun stuff. Ideally, we would finish January above 45,000. We, at some point, hit 49,000, which is clearly above 45. So in theory, we are still in line with the previous cycle. So basically following the fractal of the previous cycle, but it's not as clean as if we closed the month above 45,000. So that would be great if over the first trading days of next week, because I don't really trust pumps over the weekend. But if we could go above 45,000, that would be great. I do believe February would be particularly strong for Ethereum, and also some of these altcoins will keep on running. Now, I've been asked before about coins like XRP. Look, I want XRP to succeed. I want its community to succeed. But to be honest, I don't like the project. In generally, it's grossly, by the way, take it out of the way immediately. It's not a scam. Okay? I'm not saying it's a scam, but it's grossly poorly marketed. Basically, their biggest innovation was copy-pasting. Their recent biggest innovation was copy-pasting Uniswap. That's it. Ripple dumped hundreds of billions of XRP over the years, non-stop on their following. This coin is in its like fourth cycle. Look, I just see other plays better. Now, I'm not one of these people who are very tribal, my community against that community and we fight each. No, I hate it. I think if the space overall does well, more eyes, more wallets, more money comes in. To me, that's more relevant than XRP versus XLM fight to the death. I mean, look, I'm not in that camp. I'm a bit different on these things. Now, in my opinion, the best ecosystem is Richard Hart's ecosystem, Pulsechain, Pulsex, and X, and then the derivatives, ETHEREUM and ICOSA. That's what I think should be, in my opinion, are my core coins, are my retirement bags, are the ones that I hope that I will achieve a lot of success. So my first target is getting a free house. So basically, getting the house that I'm currently living in for free, which would be great already. Second target is financial independence, and I can retire and basically just create a bunch of businesses and manage my wealth that way. And the best case scenario would be generational wealth. So let's see how this lands. The point being, when I was talking about these projects, they were down in the dirt. But the thing is, the features, the characteristics of why I love the projects remain the same. The only reason now that I have more people aligned with my way of thinking is the color of the candles. That's it. And I mean, at the end of the day, any project to succeed, people need to buy and not sell. That's it. What convinces them, that's so simple. For any asset, if it goes up in price, that means more people bought than people that sold. All the rest are stories, are narratives, are beliefs that certain things will happen. Now, what I look is, I look at the fundamentals of the project. And I look at it and I say, this one, I believe, has a good chance of pumping because of A, B, C, and D. And I think it will have a good condition to, perform well in the future. There's no VCs, there's no insider allocation, there's no crappy YouTubers paid, there's nothing like a lot of stuff and actually the projects actually work. It's not like, for example, Solana that is down, that used to be down almost all the time. So there's a lot of features that I liked. Now, but it will all depend on the same thing. Will people buy and not sell? That's it. And in all the rest, I can come up with 10,000 ideas why it should go up, and it may never go. No? Dogecoin was a copy of Litecoin, and Litecoin was a copy of Bitcoin. Dogecoin went up 40x, 40-fold, 4,000% versus Bitcoin. Why? Because people bought and they didn't sell. Why did Shiba Inu do a 1.4 million fold or 140 million% in 12 months? That means every dollar turned into $1.4 million. What happened? People bought, didn't sell. All the rest, what is it? Yeah, it's like Dogecoin with a different picture of a dog. Oh, that's great. Did 1.4 million fold. What is its utility? Well, doesn't matter. The 1.4 million fold. But how did it do 1.4 million fold if it has no utility? Because people bought it and didn't sell. That's it. Why didn't Bitcoin do the same? Because more people sold, because more people bought than they sold, but not enough. There was too much selling or not enough buying. Take your pick. But that's the reality. So keep it simple. Think 2025 or at least late 2024. Enjoy the ride. Chill. The more you look at stuff, the more tempted you are to make a mistake. So once again, guys, thank you very much for your support. Drop that like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have some fun over the weekend. Spend some time with your family. Go out with your friends. And not all is about finance, don't forget. So thank you very much for your support, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.